Well, Cleveland fans, I'm here to talk about the Browns. And yes, we signed Sheduer Sanders to a 4-year contract with a little bit over $1 million a year. Um, Dillion Gabriel, we have not signed, which is our third round pick, our top pick at quarterback. We have Kenny Pickett on the roster, who is will make about $3 million this year, and then we have Joe Flacco also on the roster, who will make about $4 million a year. And it's a great situation for Cleveland, but a very intriguing situation for Sheduer Sanders. I know he's the fans' overall pick, but one thing you have to understand is out of those four guys, Sheduer is the one that probably adds the most value. Everybody in the NFL already knows what Kenny Pickett can do. Everybody already knows what Joe Flacco can do. And they're both relatively cheap for an NFL starting quarterback. Very cheap, to say the least. Dillion Gabriel is the one that's in the front seat, to be quite honest. His agency has did a smart job by not signing him to a contract. I'm pretty sure that the Browns offer him a contract as well, or probably try to get him to sign the contract first. And the reason why it's a smart deal on his agency not to sign the contract is you haven't set the market value for him as a third rounder. You've set the market value for Sheduer Sanders, and really right now, the most you can get for him is probably a fourth rounder, actually. And that's because his contract is very cheap for a starter in the NFL. That's probably why Sheduer will be the last one to get the chance to show that he can lead the Browns. Because if you think about it, if he is the starter, then you got to renegotiate his contract going into the season and definitely going into next year. He has the most trade value right now. If Sheduer performs like everybody thinks he will, the Browns might be able to leverage that into a second and a third, possibly. And then the new team will have to re-sign him. So his contract is very favorable for the Browns right now. So that's why I think Sheduer is the one that probably will be traded. I know Browns fans don't want to hear that. Everybody knows Flacco. Everybody knows Kenny Pickett. Dillion Gabriel is the one that the Browns has invested the third round pick in. So he will get the chance to be the starter over everybody else. Or if not the starter, the one to make the team, to be quite honest. And I think that's why it was a smart move for his agency not to sign a contract. You got to think about it. They probably went to him first, being a third rounder, to try to get him signed before Sheduer. But they knew they had to get somebody under contract just in case they had to trade him. And by signing Sheduer to a contract, it holds some type of trade value. What that trade value is depends on how he performs or if he's given an opportunity to perform. And that's why Dillion Gabriel, sorry about that, will get the chance to be the starter along with Kenny Pickett because they have the most favorable contracts. I mean, you could release Flacco. Somebody will pick Flacco up for $4 million. Flacco might even ask to be released if he's not the starter for the Cleveland Browns. So that's my take on the quarterback situation, and we'll see how it plays out. But sorry, Cleveland Browns fans, I think Sheduer is the one that they will try to trade and get some value for, unfortunately. Talk to you soon. Peace. The Browns.